Hello guys, Kevin's here, State & Co. Truck Insurance. In today's video, I'll talk about how to suspend or pause your authority or how to revoke it. So with all the turmoil that's still out there in the trucking industry, the diesel prices at all-time high, although in the last few weeks they went down, but loads not paying as much as they did last year. We're getting weekly calls where truckers are asking us, what can I do to maybe save some money, or I'm thinking about quitting the industry. How should I handle that? And basically, the question you have to answer is, if you're thinking about maybe just waiting out 4, 6, 8 weeks and don't want to cancel your authority, don't want to, lose that insurance and don't have a lapse, you can do some things to save some money. Unfortunately, there is no way to pause the insurance, so to speak. So even if you're not operating for a month or two, you still have to make insurance payments. And if you're financing your truck and trailer, you still have to make those loan or lease payments. But what you can do is you can actually make some changes to your insurance coverages. That way, your authority still stays active. There is no lapse in coverage. And simply, you just have to ask your agent to lower your primarily trucking liability from $1 million to $750,000. Because if you deliver general freight, all you need to keep your federal filing MCS 90 active and to keep your authority active and have no lapse in insurance coverage is $750,000 liability. The $1 million that you have is because that's what the brokers require you to deliver loads. So you can lower that, and that $1 million is actually, that liability is the most expensive part in the trucking insurance. So it'll save you probably several $100s per month by just lowering it to $750. And then there are some additional coverages that can be completely removed. I mean, you don't have to have cargo. If you're not running loads for the brokers, take cargo off. The 1 million, 2 million aggregate general liability that Amazon Relay was requiring, take that off as well. If you had trailer interchange, which is again another Amazon's and some other brokers requirements, take trailer interchange off. The only sticky part is your comprehensive and collision, which is the physical damage. So if the truck and trailer are financed by the bank or a leasing company, they will mandate that you have to maintain the insurance for the amount of the loan. So there is no wiggle room on that. But if you own your equipment free and clear, you can actually take off comprehensive and collision. If the truck is just sitting and parked, again, not recommended to fully remove all those two coverages, because you can actually take off collision, which is the accident part of the coverage, but the comprehensive portion, which is your theft, fire, vandalism, if the truck is stolen, that would be the collision. I'm sorry, the comprehensive part. You can just leave that on, and that's not, a very expensive part of the insurance. So at the minimum, $750,000 liability and comprehensive coverage, just leave those two on. Again, if you own equipment free and clear. But if you have a loan, then yes, you'll have to have a full, complete physical damage, which is comp and collision. And that way, it'll save you several $100s. And when the time comes 4, 6 weeks later, when you want to go back into business, all you have to do, just, call your agent and just tell them, hey, just add back all those coverages that you removed, and they'll send updated certificate of insurance and you'll be good to go. It's a different story if you want to completely exit the industry. And we're seeing it time after time where truckers actually, they just abandon things and just walk away. Usually it starts with insurance kind of going, month, 2 months behind on payments. And then when you're behind on the insurance payments, insurance carrier issues notice to FMCSA about the pending cancellation. And then when that cancellation hits FMCSA, they remove federal filings, and that puts your authority in involuntary revoked status, which again, it's not a huge deal. It can still be reinstated, but it's better to do everything properly. And especially with the insurance, because many truckers think, well, I'm done, and they kind of abandon the insurance, and there is a balance of few $1,000s that they owe. And what happens 12, 18 months from the days when they want to go back into the industry is that they start calling around, they talk to the agents, and at that point in time, when you already had lapse in coverage, your authority was inactive, even if you were operating for a year or 2, 3 years before that, you will be considered as a new venture, and most likely, I mean, not most likely, but guaranteed, those agents will go back to those same only 1 or 2 insurance companies, which depending on the state, it's either Progressive, National Indemnity, Berkshire, Prime Insurance. Those are the pretty much only options for new venture truckers in most of the states. So if you have past due insurance balance that you owe to Progressive or National Indemnity or Berkshire, when the agent runs a new quote, they'll say, hey, we just were told that there's still $3,000 that you have to pay if you want to get this coverage. And of course now that past due balance is with the collections agencies, so they're trying to wrangle as much as they can from you. So it's just a mess. So again, do everything properly. And as far as canceling the insurance, before you call your agent to cancel the insurance, you need to take certain steps to revoke the authority. So what you need to complete is the form OCE-46, which is revoking. It's a voluntarily revocation of your authority. And just file that with FMCSA. And then when you go back into business, the MCSA 5889 is the form that you'll complete to have your authority reinstated. I mean, you'll have to pay a fee to reinstate, but then again, you want to do it properly, so then there's no, skeletons from the past chasing you. So revoke your authority first, go back into MCS 150 application, and using your DOT PIN, you can actually put that, out of business status. Because what happens when you call your insurance agent, if you call your insurance agent and just say, hey, cancel my insurance, but FMCSA still shows your authority active, the insurance company has to give 35-day cancellation notice to FMCSA. So if you have not revoked your authority and on September 1st call your insurance, they'll say, well, shows you're still active. By the law, we have to give 35-day cancellation notice, so your insurance is going to be canceled on October 15th. And a lot of times we get upset clients who are like, oh my God, why I have to pay another month and a half and I'm not running. And the fix is simple. If your authority is revoked and it shows on FMCSA's website that it's revoked, it says that not authorized or not approved, and it's in red, that's sufficient for the insurance company and agent to say, oh, okay, I see your authority is revoked. Your insurance is canceled as of the day you requested it. As simple as that. The other item, BOC3, don't need to worry about this one. Just keep it because you already paid the fee. And when you go back, actually, I think it stays forever. So you just pick up where you left. UCR, you have to cancel that. The Drug and Alcohol Consortium, you have to notify them and let them know that you're out of business and unenroll from the consortium program. The Form 2290, the heavy truck highway usage tax, if you're going to be leased under somebody else's authority and your truck is still on the road, then yes, you still need that. And just kind of take a step back for the insurance. If you're going to be leased under somebody else, that carrier will provide you with that primarily million liability, 100,000 cargo. The only thing you might need is just to insure your own equipment, which is physical damage, comp and collision, and add on top of that non-trucking liability, which is only like $800 per year. So keep that in mind. But if you're exiting business completely, then yes, the 2290 can be canceled and you'll get a prorated refund. And then we already talked about canceling the truck insurance and doing that in the correct steps. And the two big items that please do not neglect and take care of those is the IRP cancellation and then IFTA cancellation. And specifically IFTAs. You know, you still have to file those fuel tax returns for the periods you were operating, but then you have to go and cancel your IFTAs, because what's going to happen if you just abandon it and like, well, whatever, you know, those states going to think you're still operating. And I've seen instances where even years later, they can try to find and chase you and basically say, hey, you still owe us, you know, past due fuel taxes for months and months. It can be tens of thousands of dollars. So just do everything properly and make sure that, you know, it's done. Again, doesn't have to be in all that exact sequence, except for canceling the insurance portion. Authority has to be revoked before you cancel the insurance. And if it's just that temporary pause, you know, just removing and lowering some of the coverages will solve your issues. And that's it for today. So please do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned and we'll see you next time. Bye.